Hello, welcome to Reality Check with YEWANDE. My name is YEWANDE ADEKOYA. I'm a management consultant and a business coach, and I come online to add value to help small businesses to grow and do better, especially online. Okay, and today I'm going to talking about the basic skills that you need to make a success of your business. The skills that every entrepreneur should have. You know, different businesses require different skills, but there are some that cuts across that are basic. And today I'll just be giving you a few and a couple of them that can help your business grow and move to another level. So you're welcome. If there's anyone that needs to hear this, please share with them so that they can also get the same value. So I've been doing a couple of series and we talked about entrepreneurship mindset. We've talked about limiting beliefs and what can stop you from moving forward and getting your business to another level. If you have missed any of the classes, you can go back to my Facebook page, Better Than You ADEKOYA YEWANDE, and then so that you can watch it over and over again and learn. I've been getting a lot of feedback on how people have been able to move their businesses forward with that. So today, like I said, I've been getting questions on the skills that, YEWANDE, last week you talked about personal development. What are the skills that I need to develop? What are the skills that I should learn? What are the skills that I should focus on? So I'm just giving you the basic ones that you should focus on, and then you can start up from there. So the first one, in no particular order, the first one is more of curiosity. An entrepreneur must be interested in things that are going on around, must be interested in knowing things, in seeing new opportunities. I'm not saying that you should leave whatever it is that you're doing. Take for example, you are interested in fashion. For example, if you're interested in fashion, you know how to sew. An entrepreneur like that is interested in fashion should be inquisitive. What are the opportunities out there for a fashion designer? What can I do differently? What are the things that I can get? You must be on the lookout, be inquisitive. An entrepreneur must be inquisitive. You must be on the lookout. Don't say, I am quiet. The fact that you are quiet does not mean you can't make your research concerning your business. The fact that you are quiet does not mean that you cannot look for new discoveries, new opportunity, refactor yourself, reinvent your business. Because things are always changing every time, and you must be ready to change with time. So it is very important as an entrepreneur not to have a mindset of being set in your ways. You must be ready to change. I'm not saying changing your business, but changing the dynamics, changing the outcomes. Like I always use the example of this pandemic that came up. A lot of people have their businesses, and the ability to be able to change, adapt from online to offline, the new normal, is what an entrepreneur should do. Nobody was born with the knowledge, but you must be inquisitive. You must be ready to get the knowledge. It is very, very important for someone that wants to be an entrepreneur to be inquisitive. Look for things that have to do with your business. Read up and all those things. Look for new knowledge. Look for people that have done it before. Look for people that are doing dynamic things in your line of business. Okay? So an entrepreneur must be curious. It is a very important skill. It is inborn. Some people are just naturally, but you can also develop it. Make effort. Okay, today I must learn something new about my business. I must learn something new. That is what a skill that is very important that an entrepreneur should have. You must be very inquisitive, discover new problems. Problems are coming up every day. And I realized, and I keep saying in my classes, that if you have a product, you must look for the problem that product can solve. In looking for the problem that product can solve, it will be easier for you to get your audience, and then you'll be able to make your business, and the business will grow. Okay, so the number one thing is to be curious, look for new opportunities, new development. How can you do things differently? How can you evolve? How can you be above your peers? How can you do better than your competitors? How can you be your audience's favorite? Okay. Another important skill that you need to work on, and like I said, some of these skills you develop them. Okay, is time management. Some people don't know how to manage time. Some people, when they have issues, they are overwhelmed with it and they don't know how to manage time. You need to be able to manage your time. I've done a video on time management, a whole class on time management, you can ask me, I DM me, I give you, the information, or you go to my YouTube channel, YEWANDE ADEOLA ADEKOYA. Time management is very key. We all have 24 hours, but some people are getting ahead with all that they are planned to do. Okay, so with time management, you have to plan. You have to plan. Funny enough, some people have one thing that they're doing, one major business that they're doing, and they even still say they don't have time. But some people have 3 or 4 businesses, but they still have enough time to be able to do all that they're doing. The basic thing is they are able to manage their time. You can plan. In managing your time, planning has to do with managing of time. You define your milestones. So as you're planning, you decide what you want to do in 1 week, and then in 1 week, you put it down what you want to do during the day. You manage your time. Don't just wake up because you're an entrepreneur, it is your business. Oh, what will I do today? No, that's not the way it works. You plan out your week. So when you ask me, YEWANDE, can we have a meeting on Thursday? I will have to check my diary because I have things planned out. You have to plan out your week. You have to, even if you don't have anything, you have to go look for customers. You have to look for things that will help your businesses grow. And I'm talking for entrepreneurs that are just starting, because I have a passion for entrepreneurs that are just starting, because the first 5 years is very, very important for your business. Time management. Time management. Distractions will come, challenges will come, but when you already have your plans written out, you already have the way you want to go about things, it is just for you to pick up your goals and begin to run with them. Even if during the day or during the week there's some distractions, you can be distracted, but you will come back to your plan. You will come back to your goal. Okay, it is very key that you know that even if it's just 3 or 4 hours you want to put to your business, you make it quality time, and you can actually do your business. Never say you don't have time. I was in the corporate world, I was a banker, and I used to say I didn't have time. Now looking back, I realized that I just didn't plan my time, or I was not just, doing it the right way. I gave everything that I had to the job that I had, and I didn't even have time for any other thing. And that's not the way it should work. It should be balanced. You should plan for everything. So even if you have to use your weekend, whatever it is, you can still do your businesses while you're doing everything. Never say you don't have time again, unless you really don't want to do that particular thing. And procrastination also comes in when you don't plan your time and you say you do it tomorrow. Plan to do things. Time management is very key. It's even a course on its own that you can also read up. You make conscious effort on a daily basis. I hope you're noting all these things. Take your pen and paper, write them down, go do your research. These are the things that have really helped me in my business, because I'm an entrepreneur as well, and I'm also helping other people. You need to know how to manage your time. With the few hours that you have, you can actually achieve a lot. Okay, but if you don't manage it, some people just wake up and they don't even know what to do. But in order to manage your time, you need to plan out. Okay, you need to define your milestones, how you intend to go about it. It is very, very key. Okay, and we need to also prioritize. Some people, for example, if you have YEWANDE, I have 10 things to do today. The most important things are the things that you should do first. Because with that, you are sure that you are able to get the important things done first. Prioritizing is very, very key. And time management. Prioritize the important things first and force yourself to do them. Because if you are able to do those things, you even if you don't achieve everything, you are sure that the major things are already done. So you need to work at it. Time management is a skill that will help you, in getting your business to another level. You need to work at it. It is something you need to practice. You need to time yourself. If you're someone that forgets things, you need to put reminders in place, put checks and balances in place, so that you are able to manage your time to get your businesses forward. You need to try it. A lot of people I got feedback from my topic last week, and people are beginning to practice this out. And I think that if you practice this as well, you'll be amazed at what you can get. So you plan out what you want. If you need to reach out to prospects, you need to reach out to new people, when do you want to do that? Put a time to it. Keep a journal. Keep a diary. Write it down. Write your vision down and make it plain. Even the Bible says that. So write down what you want to do and begin to work at it. Okay, that is how it will help you. Your time management will be key. Okay, so another strategy, another thing, you know, that another skill that you need to develop and you need to work on and even maybe learn from is strategic thinking. Strategic thinking. Some people are just, I would say a lot of us, or some people, I used to be like that, lazy in thinking. You don't want to stress yourself. You don't want to, you have a business that you're working on already. You just want to focus on that, fine. But you need to begin to be creative. Do things that are creative. Things that, you know, think ahead of your time. Think ahead. If you were the client, what will you do? We're talking about your business now. You need to think, you know, begin to develop ideas, begin to think. Create time for thinking. That's one thing that I have realized, I've learned. You know, there's sometimes you just need to just sit down and say, this is time for thinking. 30 minutes of your time, and then you begin to think about strategies. Think about what you need to do to improve your business and begin to write them down. Of course, you can pray before then and ideas will begin to come to you. It is called strategic thinking. Okay, strategic thinking, looking at the problems around. Remember the first one I talked about being curious about the problems. Okay, looking at the problems around and looking at how you can provide solution with this, with your products. And even with your products, what can I do? What can I do differently? It is strategic thinking that is very key to the business. Don't let people think for you. It falls under responsibility. You need to actually think. God has given us this brain, and research has even shown that we're not even using more than 3 to 4% of it. The capacity of our thoughts, we can actually do so much. So if you are someone that you know, like you like people thinking for you and all that, you can actually begin to do it for yourself. And practice makes perfect. Devote 30 minutes in a day. Shut yourself out. Shut everybody out. And think about it. How can I do this business differently? Strategic thinking. Thinking is actually a job. Some people are being paid to think. For you that you're just starting up a business or your business is just coming up, strategic thinking is very, very key for you to be able to get these opportunities. Opportunities are out there, but how can you latch on them? How can you control them? How can you use your business, you know, to solve the problems out there? So it is very key that we begin to think. Fine, you might need mentors, you might need people around you to guide you. But again, you still need to come up with that responsibility of your own thoughts. Strategic thinking will help your business to move forward. You know, every quarter, it can be every quarter, it can be every week, depending on what you're looking at. Okay, begin to think. Thinking, don't have a lazy mindset. You need to begin to have a mindset that is growing, that has, you know, we have growth mindset, that is ready to take on risk, and so, but calculated risk. And if you are able to think, you will know and decide what it is that you need to do. Okay, I hope you are noting these skills down. Some people, you know, it's a general skill that no matter whatever business that you're doing, it will help you a long way. Okay, so another skill is efficiency. You know, we have some people, activity all day, activity, no result. Activity, you're just doing things, you're just doing, how do I say it now? You're just doing things, you are not performing, you are not doing the things that you should do. Let me take, for example, I'm an economic science, it's very important. You know, there's something called the Pareto rule, 80-20 rule. That means that you should devote your time, 80% of your time to 20% of customers or things that will give you 80% return. The long and short is that devote your time to things that will give you more return, that you are sure that will give you more return. Focus more on the 80%. The 20 will also fall in. But a lot of us, we focus on the 20 and then we leave the 80, which is more important. There's no efficiency in that. So we need to know that efficiency, focus on the things that are more important, and you are able to get efficiency. All of them still has to do with planning and thinking. But when you are planning and thinking, you now begin to think about it. How do I appraise myself? What are the things that will help me achieve more, achieve further? Okay, it's very, very key. No, don't say that, oh, activity, and then some people, like I said, they are always busy. And when you ask them, what have you been able to achieve? They really cannot tell you, or they they can't just say, they will just mention it. But you can also focus. It is efficiency. And you need to write it out. You need to look for how can you be efficient in your business. How do I deploy? So you deploy or put in your time and put your energy into things that will help you to move better, to move on better. For example, and I still have a lot of people I talk to, when you pick up the phone and you talk to customers, you get a higher, you get more than 80% results. You get 80% results rather than just sending messages, sending bulk. And I'm telling you from research, that's what it is. But we are running away from that. Remember the limiting belief we talked about last week? We run away from the important things and do the less important things because of our beliefs. Meanwhile, those things are the things that can actually bring up the 80%. So we need to begin. It's a conscious and intentional thing that we need to do. For you to be efficient, it is called efficiency. Efficiency in your business, deploying your time, your energy, your assets towards things that will actually move your businesses forward. Okay, I hope you are getting this. I hope I'm not confusing you with a lot of English, but you need to, yes, focus. Thank you. Focus on important things. Use more of your time to focus on important things because you will get results, and results is the major thing at the end of the day. And you need to appraise yourself regularly. Appraise yourself regularly. Okay, devise means, look for all the alternatives. You know, how can I do this better? Appraise yourself, and it's not, you must go out and do it. Efficiency has to do with you also making that step, taking that step and doing it. Okay, I cannot overemphasize it. A lot of us have these businesses, the same business that other people have, and they're doing well. The same is what you have, and you're not getting a headway with it. You need to sit down and re-strategize and, you know, recreate, innovate. They're putting more time into it, and I know that you will get, you know, you get better at it. All these skills are skills that we need, basic skills that we need to help to move our businesses forward. However, even if you don't have it, you can learn it, you can practice until you really get a good use of it. Another skill that you need to work on is part of the, you know, entrepreneurship mindset that I said is resilience. Challenges are there every day. Will confront you in your face every day. The skill to be resilient, you know, to be able to face rejection, handle rejection, handle stress. When you are burnt out, how do you handle it? Do you go back into your shell, or do you try to handle it in a way that, you know, you can still get your businesses moving? You know, in that resilience, I always say that try not to let your emotions be attached to your work, because sometimes, for example, let me use the word rejection. You know, a lot of us hate rejection, and it stops us from moving our businesses forward. The reason why you hate rejection is because you're taking it personal. When people reject you, it's not because of you, it's because of the job. They are not just ready. It can even be because of them. So don't take it personal. Oh, the person doesn't want your product then and then. Don't take it personal. You can still keep in touch, because if you don't take it personal, you say, oh, thank you so much, God bless you, can we still keep in touch? It might be that the person doesn't have money at that particular time. It might be that he's not ready. It might just be one thing, and once you keep in touch, you still continue as you do. They might be they want to reach out to you eventually later. So we need to be resilient. It is a skill. Some people are born, you know, they were born into challenges, they worked and they've grown into challenges, so they know how to handle it. But some people are not used to it, and you have to learn it. Because whether you like it or not, especially those that are just starting their businesses for the first 5 years, challenges come. And if you're not careful, your business can be thrown off guard. You can close down your business because of that. But if you are able to manage your challenges, you'll be resilient, you'll be determined, eager to fight whatever issue it is that comes. Okay, so, and then even for me, my husband, you know, sometimes it just says, this is not business. Because I'm like, if issues happen, in my mind, I'm already thinking of what is the way forward. What do we do about it? What do we do to handle this? I don't sit down and mourn for too long on an issue. Okay, I just look for the way forward. There's especially the things that you cannot change. If somebody doesn't want something, then why do you just wait? There are 1,000,001 things. You know, there was this book I read on prospecting rules. The people that you know, they are far less than the people that you don't know. And there's so many people out there that need your products. There's so many people out there that need you, that need what you have. So you cannot say because one person refused it, the other 99%, you know, should not stay and all that. So you need to work on your emotions. A lot of us attach emotions to our, too much emotion to our business. And that's why even sometimes when you're supposed to price your business the right way, you don't price it the right way, and then you say you are not making money, and you are giving out quality service. We need to separate our emotions from our businesses. Okay, we need to separate our emotions. The business is on its own, is an entity on its own, and then when you come into that business, you can just take it as it is. This is what the business is, and you grow your business. So to be resilient is a skill. Some people have, you know, have grown because they face challenges, but some people don't even know how to do it. You have to be resilient. Even if you are stressful, you are burned out, you know, the focus is not being there, there's so many distractions. You need just to be resilient to come back. What is your reason why you are doing this business? And you must make it. An entrepreneurship mindset is a mindset of, I am going to make it. I am going to make it. Even if you fall down, how many times? 10 times. You know that you have 10 ways of not doing it. You know 10 other ways of not doing it. Now you need to look for another way of getting it better. And people that have that mindset, they always succeed at the end of the day. Okay, so that's another thing that you need to know. So that's number 5. I hope you are picking up some things from this. Number 6, communication. Communication is very key for a business-minded person. And like I said, you don't have to go to school, you know, to be able to speak. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to go to school to be able to communicate to people. You must learn it. As you go along, you need to learn it, especially your audience. And I'm not only talking about Queen's English, because if my audience are market women, I must know how to be able to communicate with the market women. You must learn it. Okay, and communication skills is very key. It's something you can read up, something you begin to work on. Communication skill can help you go a long way. You can have good products, but if you cannot communicate it, the product will just be there and you will not be able to move forward. Okay, so it is a skill that we need to know how to use. It is very important in relating with our clients, in relating with our partners, in relating with our peers. Remember, that's another skill is also networking. You know, communication has links with networking. There's some people that are very good, you know, with talking, we connected with different people. Communication skill is a skill that you need for your business, and you need to know how to handle. And then, you know, some people also in my line of business, they say, oh, YEWANDE, I just don't know how to get to them. There's all your audiences, there's a way to reach out to them. Okay, and we also have different medium of communication. We have, you know, online, phone, and all those things, talking and all that. You have to know, look at the one that relates with your business. Remember, I'm talking about entrepreneurship generally, which is not, I'm not particular about a particular business right now, but you must be able to communicate. You must be able to get in touch, to always strike conversation. YEWANDE, I don't like talking. Somebody posted a joke, you know, day before yesterday, and said he met a lecturer and said he should come and join network marketing, and the lecturer says, oh, I don't know how to talk to people. And the person was asking the question, what does the lecturer do, please? Okay, which is very key, because sometimes our mindset can put us in a box. But if you just need to know, I always say there are always things, but you must ask how can I do it? How can I get through to this audience? What do I need to do? And communication is very key. Because even a lot of people that don't even have products that are as good as yours, the way they communicate it, the way they are able to market it to people, the way they are able to tell people, brand it and all that, people get to buy from them. So you must work on your communication skills. If it's broken English, you need to learn. To be able to get in touch with your clients, you must. Okay, it's not, and like I said, communication is not only about going to school to go and learn Queen's English. It can even be French for all I know. But whatever it is that you need to get in line with your clients, with your suppliers, with every other person, you must be able to communicate. Okay, this is very, very key. Another thing, like I said, is networking. I realized when I left banking, okay, that I realized that people are your asset. People are your asset. So I am not, in quote, looking for money now. I'm looking for people. people of different types. If networking will take you places, it will open doors for you. And networking is just getting to know other people, building relationships, interacting with people, building relationships, which is very, very key to your success. We must network. You must network. You must look for new people every day to talk to. You must relate, especially now. And I'm not even talking about, a lot of us are sitting down. So every day I try to look for people, new people that I want to. I reach out to people because I want to know more people. I want my businesses is about networking. In fact, don't ever underestimate anybody. The other day I was talking about, somebody told me about how, the gate man of a rich man was the one that helped her business. Helped the business to move to another level. Because he had a rapport with the gate man of a company, and then the gate man just said, okay, don't worry. When our chairman is around, I will call you. I will let you know. You must build a rapport. You don't have to be, sanguine now? People that really talk, and get people. No, you don't have to be that. You are deliberate about it. You need network. You need people for your business. There's no business that doesn't need people anyway. Or else people like God would have just created you and you'll be the only one on an island. We all need ourselves. Your network is your network. If you have all the money in the world and there's nobody around you, you will not be happy anyway. Okay? So it is very, very key that we begin to build our network. Who are the people around you? Who are the people that you look up to? Who are the people that you talk to? Who are the people that you reach out to? Begin to build your network. Begin to build your network. And because you have a goal, you have a business goal, you want to expand. You want either by partnership or by clients or by friends, because you can never know where these things come from. A lot of major deals are signed on the golf course, are signed on the basketball court, because they are just relaxing. And when I talk about networking, it's not only business. I'm talking about building relationships. When you have a friend that is close to you and he sees your business, eventually he might come and say, oh, YEWANDE, this is your business. I think a friend of mine might need it. Oh, I was just at a business deal and they were asking for a business coach, and I told them I have a friend, I have somebody. Do you understand? You can get referral through all the networks. It's very key that don't just say that, oh, I'm the kind of person that keeps to myself. That is a limiting mentality. Reach out to people. Even if you think that they cannot afford, even if they can't offer you anything, you can offer them something. Give value. Begin to give value to people. Give value, because your product is also supposed to give solution to people, right? So if you do not network, if you don't reach out to people, how can you get the solution out there? So it is very key that you begin to deliberately look for network. Look for people. Look for new friends. Make new friends. Make new relationships. And don't limit yourself. Okay, there's this saying that it's only 3 people that you need to get to whoever you want to meet in this world. Only about 3 levels of people. So you need to begin to work at it. What do I need? And all of them has to do with planning as well. Wherever it is that you find yourself, on the golf course, in the gym, in the office, in church, talk to people. Relate with them. Because the next person sitting beside you might be the person that God has given the breakthrough that you need. So you have to be deliberate about it. You have to reach out. Your network is your net worth. And I also always say, when somebody dies, they don't always say, oh, the person had 24 houses. No. People come out to say, this person has affected my life. This person has affected. People coming out. Okay, that's how you know the things that are very important. You need to build network. You need to build rapport. I cannot overflog it. That it is a skill that you need to work at. And I am not saying that you should have it automatically. You build it. You work at it every day. So I have a client that I'm working with, and then she needs to build a network, and I said reach out to 5 new people on a daily basis. Reach out, just build a network. You just want to be friends. And besides, a lot of us have a lot of people in our chain, our secondary school. We have grown university days. You just let all those people go. If you don't want to get new people, go and look for them. Just tell them that you are building up new, you are just remembering life is too short, you remember the good old days, and begin to build rapport all over again. Okay? Because you can never know. I was saying Okay, somebody was talking about getting a good job, you know, entering Aso Rock and all those things, and I was wondering, how can you be getting into that? And I realized that they had this old boys association, and that was why he was still able to get, and doors were open for him. So how do you do your network? How do you reach out? Because we have limiting belief, that rejection, remember the rejection part, the resilience part, a lot of us, it keeps us down from moving forward. We need to reach out to people. Either you're the one that will help them out, or they're the ones who will help you out. But building a relationship, building network will help your business in any way. And I'm also talking about online businesses, because you can reach out to people through social media, make new friends, and then you can move your business to another level. Okay, it has really worked for me. A lot of my businesses are online. A lot of my coaching classes, I've not seen some of my students before, but online we do most of the things online, and they are happy for it. They are getting value, and I'm also getting value. So work on your networking skills, and you will see how your business will move to another level. Okay, another one that I have for you is finances. How do you manage your money? Financial management. You need to be able to manage your money. Separate yourself from the business. I keep talking about it. Your business is an entity on its own. Stop dipping your hands into the money of the business. Even if it's your money that you use for the business, use that. If it's, let's use for example, you put in $1,000 into your business. It is your business, and as your business is doing well, maybe you pay yourself back. You will plan it out, but you must separate yourself from your business. You must, your financial management. I'm not saying you need to go and get a chartered accountant, but you must have records. Have records for the things that you give. Have records. You must be able to write out the things, separate your accounts, separate all those things bit by bit, because a lot of people say their businesses is not making money. But again, if you look at it, they might be making money, but the way that their finances being managed is what has really spoiled everything. Please separate yourself from your business. Your business is the one that has made the money, and then you are being paid the salary or whatever. Separate yourself from your business. Manage your finances. You can DM me. I can teach you and show you how to go about it, because it is very, very key for your business, especially when your business is just coming up. Okay, you must know how to manage your finances. Open a separate account if you have to for a particular, even if it's your own personal account. Devote an account for that business. Let the inflow go in there. Then another thing is, try not to use cash. So every payment from your business should go into the account first, so that you can account for it, and then you can withdraw from it. Some people, even if you have the cash, deposit it into the account and then withdraw whatever cash or make the expenses. It makes everything easier. It makes your business book easier. Yes, it is very key, because you'll be able to look through at the end of the month. If you pick up your bank statement, you will see the deposit, and you can also link it with your records, the products that you sold, your clients and all that. You must have a record. Don't just be the kind of person that, oh, just give me anything to sell, as in you just want to keep body and soul together. No, we're talking about building a business that will last. You build a business. If you're looking at 10 years, 20 years business, begin to put structures in place. I took a course on that as well. Put structures in place that can help your business grow. So even right now, begin to write out your sales or whatever it is. Get your money into your account. Put things in proper perspective, okay? Because you want your business to grow. You cannot, and eventually, if it's outgrowing you, you'll be able to hand it over to someone. Structures is in place. Someone can handle your sales. Someone can begin to handle your account as time goes on. But please don't mix everything together. Don't mix emotion with business. Don't mix your finances with the business. There's personal funds and there's financial fund. Okay, I hope you're getting value from this. And as I round up, I just want you to know another one strategy that is very important is sales. Sales. Excuse me. You have to not be comfortable with yourself. You must reach out. You must reach out to sell. Selling is a skill. It's a skill that you have to learn. Okay? You have to learn how to sell, because you have products that must move. Having products or having your services not getting to the customer is a problem. So there's different ways. Selling skills, the way you approach customers, Also, we have different channels that you can use. So there are different selling channels. Either you're using your online channel, you're using your website, there are different channels that you can use to get your businesses out there. Don't just stick with one channel and say, okay, I'm talking to, okay, for example, people that all they knew how to do was to see their customers face to face, and that was it. And so what happened when we had to stay at home for 5 months? You have to change. You have to look for different channels. And I took a whole class, on getting your businesses online. And there's another class coming up on the 3rd of September on how I can teach you to build a successful online business. There are different channels that you can use. Right now, you're looking at, you're getting this replay or you're getting this class from a channel. Whether you like it or not, I'm talking to you, I'm giving you value, and a lot of people approach me afterwards, and I get to coach them. So I'm using a channel right now, which is the Facebook, and there's the YouTube, and there are different channels. The social media channels are there, the sales channels are there. They can make use of different channels. For example, you can use the Zoom platform. We have so many platforms out there. In fact, there's 65 social media, can you imagine, that you can actually use. You can reach out to me, you can DM me, and I can, point out a lot of things to you. I can teach you, I can coach you on how to get your businesses moving to another level. Most of the things that I do now, I do sales on a daily basis. I reach out to new people on a daily basis. I do courses regularly, and most of them are online. You have to learn these things. And 3 years ago, I had like zero knowledge about online business. All I knew how to do on Facebook was to say happy birthday and wish you a new year or something. But now I do most of my business online. So what do you do? How is your sales? So even the fact that you have selling skills, you must be able to use it and combine it with the right sales channel to get your businesses out there. Remember, you are not in business for as an NGO. You are not a non-profit making organization that is just going to work and do things for free. If you are doing free things, you are giving value for free. Like I'm taking these classes that I take on Sundays is for free. But I have paid classes where I show people and help people, take them through the classes and help and hold them to move to another level. Okay, so it is very key that you know that you are in business for sales and you are in business to make money. And the things that you need to do is to get that selling skills, and you also merge it with the right sales channel, and then boom, your business is doing well. And it is not just for now. You are looking here because you have a vision, you have written your vision, you are moving at it, and you will see how your businesses can grow. Okay, I hope you have really gotten value from this. And because of the questions that I've gotten about people, what skills do I need for my business and all that, that's why I decided to come out today to talk about the skills that we need to have. And so I'll just run through it. You need to be curious. You need to get the skills of being curious, discovering new things, be ready for new things. You need to get the skill of time management, strategic thinking is another one, efficiency in your business, resilience in your business. You must be able to communicate properly, communication skills, network marketing, networking skill, is very, very important. Managing your finance is also important, and selling. I'm closing it with selling. You must know how to sell, the selling skills and the right selling channel to use. With all these ones, if you decide and sit down and do your goals with what I have just taught you, you will see within a month how your business will move to another level. Okay? And then you feel free to reach out to me. My website is www.yewandeadekoya.com. You can reach me on my business page on Facebook, Better Than You Know group, Yewande Adekoya as well. It's very, very important. You can reach out, you can DM me. I have a book that I've written called Better Than You Know, and it is just for 2,000 naira on your ebook. You just download it and begin to read it up, and it shows you how, despite all the challenges, it's more about what I've gone through and how I've been able to make a success of my online business from even with my challenges, and it will help you, show you how you can also go about it. You can begin to read that. You can reach out to me. Like I said, I have another class coming up for helping people to build a successful online business, you can reach out to me as well. We have limited slots so that I can focus on helping people. What I really am all about is helping people get their businesses to another level. And so if you are one of those people, you can reach out to me and I will help you. You will not regret it. I hope you've got some value from this. My name is YEWANDE ADEKOYA again, and I'm a management consultant and business coach. I just love to give out value to help people move from one level to another. Let me know if you need my help. DM me. If you have any comment or any contribution, please drop it, and I will definitely come and respond to all of them. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for replaying this, if you are replaying this, and I hope to hear from you. Have a lovely week ahead. Bye.